What's going on, everybody? Um, just wanted to pop on and make a quick video because this was one of the easiest trades that I've seen in a while, um, at least for a few days. And just decided to get in here and show you what I saw. Okay. Um, I literally traded this off of a 15-minute chart. I did not move down in time frames. Um, I took the trade right off this chart. Never moved off the 15-minute chart. Um, so I was watching this consolidation all night and through London. Um, right before London open, it goes down and swipes the low. Immediately goes back into range. It comes down to retest that low, doesn't break it, goes up and sweeps the high, and then comes back in range. Hey, there's some manipulation right there. London has just extended both sides of the range. Took Asia's low, took Asia's high. Okay. Now, what is it doing on either side of this? Okay. This candle was the first candle that finally rebalanced this fair value gap. All of these pushes up are doing what? Rebalancing this inefficiency. Okay. Once it finally gets all of those rebalanced on these two candles here, well, this first up candle rebalanced it, touches the fair value gap, goes down and does not break the low. Then we immediately go up and swipe the highs into this 15-minute fair value gap. Okay. And we know everything below us has been rebalanced. There is no open fair value gaps below us. So when this fair value gap, when this candle goes up and then pulls back and closes below the 50% mark of that fair value gap, I am now primed and ready to take a short. We just swept the highs into this fair value gap. Now, now above us, we have a 1 hour fair value gap. We didn't reach it. Okay. But what I'm looking for, as soon as this up candle cannot close above that, this one goes up and then starts heading down into this candle. I'm looking for a change of state of delivery. That happens when you break this last up candle's low. Okay. And there you also create your order block. Now, I'm an aggressive trader. I got into this trade right before it pushed below that low in anticipation of the change of state of delivery. You could have waited until you came back into this fair value gap that was created here on that push below and waited for it to come back into it and hit the order block and got into the trade pretty much at the same price. Okay. And that sent price to the downside. Now, I held this trade all day. Okay. Um, I was in this trade on the 10 o'clock candle. So I was in the trade before 10:15. And once we closed below all of this down here, then I was looking for it to come down into this. I think that was a fair value gap on a higher time frame. Okay. Um, but the midline was holding once we got below it. So I was waiting for one of these candles to pop down and hit this, and that's where I would close the trade. Unfortunately, that did not happen. It actually popped above the midline, and I got out of the trade in here for $2,800 on 10 micros, basically one mini. Um, and I took that trade in the beginning with 10 micros right off the bat. I never added to it because I was driving while I was watching it. Uh, and exactly what I expected to happen happened. We had range manipulation here, then we came back into range, popped up, swept that high, didn't break the low, swept through this high and that high, couldn't close above the midline of this fair value gap, and got a change of state of delivery. Took the trade and just let it go. Okay. Um, for me, it was just one of the easiest trades to take because it's just that simple. Consolidation, there's going to be manipulation. The manipulation rebalances this fair value gap. Can't close above the midline. We get a change of state of delivery. Just pull the trigger. Just pull the trigger. 1 micro, 10 micros, 30 micros, doesn't matter. Just pull the trigger. And just let it go. I mean, this literally was a 4, 5, a little over a 5-hour trade. You know, yeah, I was in profit down here when it swiped the low and then started headed up. Was I worried? No. I mean, if it stopped me out, it stopped me out. No big deal. Um, you know, if you go in with 5, you're only risking $200 on a 20-point stop loss, and you're making 1650. If you go in with 10, you're risking 400 to make 32. Of course, I didn't close at the bottom, so I gave some of that back, and I'm okay with that. And no, your 20-point stop loss does not cover the highs, but that doesn't matter to me. Once this fair value gap holds and we have a change in state of delivery, I don't expect price to come back there for a while anyway. We sweep the lows, we come back up, we hit the order block, and we fall right off. Where to? To go take all of these lows over here. Because all of these fair value gaps down through here have already been rebalanced. All these inefficiencies have been taken care of. So all that is all the way down, once you reach these lows, is nothing but low resistance liquidity all the way to the bottom. And that's what it did. So anyway, just wanted to show everybody what I saw, and what I took. Yes, it was just a paper trade. I'm still sick. I feel better. I just still have the cough and losing my voice because of it. But just because of that, I'm not going to be trading any evaluations or funded accounts when I'm not 100%, and especially when I can't focus on the charts 100%. I'm at the point now where if I can't be sitting still and watching the charts and focusing 100%, then I don't want to be trading. Um, but I will take trades in paper accounts because that keeps the mind sharp. It keeps you watching, see what's going on, um, and being prepared to execute. So anyway, um, I'm about to go to bed. Got to get up early. Headed down to Fort Worth for a morning delivery. Still got about 4 to 5 hours of driving to do in the morning. So uh, I'm gonna go to bed now at 4 o'clock and get up around midnight, um, and run this on down there. So I will see everybody sometime this weekend. I'm going to kind of go back through the week's price action um, at some point in a video this weekend, and then do the Sunday prep uh, for next week as well. So we'll see everybody later. Have a great weekend.